Hey, welcome back to another episode of What I Watched Last Month. We are back with another great lineup of movies, shorter than last month, but still a great lineup. March has 31 days. I watched 19 films, so let's just get into it. First, I watched 10 Things I Hate About You. And 10 Things I Hate About You is a nice little rom-com movie in the 90s. I think it does a lot of things well, like it's funny, it's original, and it's a really good time. We have four great actors, and you forget that Heath Ledger can do more than just be the Joker. He's really charming in this film and does a really good job. Overall, a really good film, and I think everyone should check this out. I heard it was a big staple, and that scene of him singing is actually really, really cool. Then I watched Hero, another film class movie that I had to watch, and I think it's done really well. It's really short, actually, like maybe an hour and 30 minutes. I mean, it flies by. I think it uses color in a beautiful way, and the action is over the top, and it's really well done, honestly. So yeah, if you have a chance to check this film out, I would highly recommend you checking this film out. It was pretty good. Then I watched Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, one of Jim Carrey's more serious roles, and I think he does a really good job in this film. I mean, the concept of this film is actually really interesting, where you can erase someone from your mind and you wouldn't even notice, and you wouldn't even know. And you go through this journey with Jim Carrey, how he is inside his own mind, watching everything fall apart with Clementine, and then he realizes, oh shit, no, I don't want this to happen, but it's already too late because people out on the outside are already doing it. It's a really beautiful concept, a really beautiful original idea, and it really makes us think about, hey, maybe we shouldn't be, erasing someone that important to us. Maybe that person that was important to us should always be with us, no matter how much they hurt you, no matter how much you had fun. You should never take that experience away, and I really find that interesting, and I think the movie does a really good job conveying that interest and conveying that message to its audience. Then I watched The Truman Show, another Jim Carrey serious performance that, again, he does really well. I gotta watch more Jim Carrey stuff. I admittedly have never seen any of his funny stuff like Ace Ventura, and I want to, but I'm craving more of serious Jim Carrey because, again, I've seen him in Sonic and stuff like that, and he's good, but he's so good when he's just being grounded. And of course there's some comedic elements in The Truman Show, but I just want to see more of that serious side from him. And if anyone has any recommendations, please let me know. The Truman Show is amazing. It's a great film. It tells this horrors of reality TV and what it will become, and it has become that. So thinking about that is actually really scary. Fantastic concept of what if someone is being recorded all the time and his life was a TV. He knows nothing. His friends are fake. His wife is fake. His parents are fake. That idea is awesome, and I think it's conveyed awesome in this film. You get a sense of like Truman, he's the main star of the show, but you also want him to escape the show because ideally it's unhumane what they are doing to him. So you go on this journey with Truman, wanting to be free, and when you get to that ending and you get that satisfaction of him leaving the show, it's done perfectly. It's a great film. If you have a chance to watch this film, please do. It's awesome. Then we watched Dune Part 2. Not much to say about this film. It's Dune Part 2. It's amazing. I watched this in a bigger theater with bigger sounds, and when the thing is hitting the sand, I felt it in my bones, and I was shaking. I went with two of my friends. They both agreed with me. It's a honestly perfect film. I think it's amazing. It's a science fiction done right. Then I watched The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Not much to say about this film. It's cute. It's subtle. It's a really well done teen comedy coming of age film. I think the three leads really bounce well off of each other, and I like just being with them, just being in the moment with them. I love a bird's eye view movie where you just live with them. And I know it's based off a book, so it wasn't totally an original idea, but I love being in the world with them. I think they did all amazing, and I approve. Then I watched Kung Fu Panda 4. Man, what a bummer of a film. This film just fell flat to me. And again, I haven't seen 1, 2, and 3, but I've heard so much praise from them, from the fantastic villains, to the fantastic plot, to the fantastic story, to the writing, to the action. It's all there. And yes, Kung Fu Panda 4 has the best action probably out of all the Kung Fu Pandas, because it was made now, but it's not a great movie. It's so predictable. You know what's gonna happen in this film. Po is just a dude that just exists. He has no redeeming quality to him in this film. The villain sucks. Awkwafina's character is not that good and very predictable. And they don't even have the other guys. I forgot their name. Okay, I'm not a Kung Fu Panda fan, but I forgot their name. They're not even in this film. Bad. Then I watched Little Miss Sunshine. Oof, how do you go from Kung Fu Panda to this film? This film is awesome. My favorite of this film, the standout character, was Steve Carell. I loved his character. Again, another serious role. Man, can these actors who do comedy, they can do serious stuff. I want to see more of that. It's a dysfunctional family going from where I forgot where they were from. They go from there to California to perform in a little beauty contest, and it's really well done. I think Alan Arkin, he got the award for best supporting actor, and he's awesome in this film. He's, if you watch the movie, he's barely in the film, but he's awesome when he's in it, like really good. The family dynamic is awesome. Paul Dano does a really good job as well, and he's not even speaking for half of the film. It's a good film, beautiful. It's like heartwarming too. Like when you're sad, you watch this film and you feel something. It's awesome. Then I watched Love Lies Bleeding, another film that has an interesting concept. I've always wanted to watch this film. I saw the trailers. I thought it was interesting. I saw a lot of people on TikTok talk about it, and you know what? It's okay. Honestly, I think the first half was really well done when you get the dynamic between, Kitty O'Brien's character and Kristen Stewart's character. They are really good together. But I'm not gonna lie, I think the last act really, took me away. Once it got to more of the crime stuff, I was like, I don't know what we're doing here. I felt rushed. It felt a little bit messy, but I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy the ending, and that really took away from the film, which is really sad because I thought the film was really good. Wrench in my heart. Then I watched Her, a movie with a fantastic story and a personal story at that, I believe. Joaquin Phoenix does a really good job in this film. The writing and the story is awesome. I can see why it won Best Original Screenplay at the Oscars. It's a beautiful, beautiful love story that's not conventional whatsoever. It really does make you think about loneliness. It really does. It really makes you just sit back and think about, who do you have in your life and what can you do to improve upon it. It's a beautiful story. It's actually really funny as well. It's shot beautifully. It's edited beautifully. The score is amazing. Again, Joaquin Phoenix does a really good job. And Scarlett Johansson does a lot as a robot voice, but she brings so much emotion to the role. Like, you can tell that she's having so much fun doing this, but again, it's not a robot where it talks like this. It just talks like a human person. It has personality, and she has that, and I really enjoy this film. Again, being someone in my 20s, single, thinking about loneliness is something that I think about a lot. So when this film comes out and I'm watching it, it's making me think about myself, and it gets me a little bit sad, but it's a beautiful love story. It's now one of my top 4 favorite films of all time. I'll watch it again and again. It's beautiful. Then I watched When Harry Met Sally, another rom-com. I just felt like watching this film one day. It was on my watch list, so I watched it, and it's cute. I love Harry and Sally, and how throughout the years they met up and they didn't think anything of it. They thought they were just platonic people, and it keeps going and going and going until they eventually hook up because they were meant for each other. Cute story, good characters, good acting. There's nothing much to say about it. It's cute, it's fast, watch it. Then I watched Vertigo. This has been in like so many top 5 films of all time lists, and I want to say that it's pretty good. Alfred Hitchcock made a pretty good film. It's not top 5 in my opinion, but my opinion is just one man's opinion. I'm guessing that it is really good in other people's eyes. I think it was awesome. I like the premise. A guy who has vertigo Vertigo has to, solve this mystery. You get really personal with the characters and you understand where the main guy is coming from. Bro's lonely and, he's tasked to follow this girl around and he falls in love with her. Like, I wouldn't entrust my friend on that. I love the visuals of this film too, especially that staircase scene is really well done, and I need to look up how that was done. Yeah, pretty good film. Vertigo is Alfred Hitchcock's probably his masterpiece. I think it's better than Psycho, so that's that. Then I'm gonna stray away and talk about the documentary I watched called Quiet on Set, and it's so apparent. Then I watched Close Up, a 1990s Iranian film that is short but sweet. It tells the story of a man who is impersonating a director, and it's all based on real life events, actually using the real life people who did it. It's cute, it's fun, it's, I guess, revolutionary. I love the mockumentary style of the film. It feels personal. The acting is amazing. Like, you really forget how good these actors are. There was like multiple one takes of them in the courtroom, and the guy that plays the main character is perfect throughout the film. So I really appreciate that. If you guys have a chance to watch Close Up, it's short, it's sweet, watch it. Then I watched Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire. There are way too many characters in this film, and you feel it. Man, I've never watched a more boring Ghostbusters film. It's just exposition, story, characters. There are many characters that do not need to be here. Finn Wolfhard's character does not need to be here, but they put him with Slimer and they say that's that. McKenna Grace is good. She's the main character of this film, but man, the story just doesn't make any sense. And you see the trailers and you're thinking, oh, when is New York getting frozen? And it doesn't happen until the third act. And when the third act comes, it's already over. It's slow, it's exposition, it's talking, it's not enough ghost busting, and that's what the movie is titled. Very disappointing with this film. Then I watched Disaster Artist. I've always wanted to watch this film, and I finally got the chance like 5 days ago. Guys, it's so good. I think James Franco, granted, is a terrible person, does a really good job as Tammy Wiseau, who is also a terrible person, I guess. So, terrible person making terrible person good. I like Dave Franco. I think he's really good. I just love movies about how movies were made, especially the worst, greatest movie of all time, I guess, or the greatest, worst movie of all time. It's actually really, really funny. I think James Franco directed it really well. I think it's acted well. The comedy hits, and it's a really good film. If you like The Room and you think The Room is so funny and a cult classic, watch this film because it's so funny. It may have some creative liberty, but it's awesome. Then I watch RRR. I'm gonna keep this short and simple. If you have not seen this film, watch this film right now. You see 3 hours and you think, oh, I'm not watching a 3-hour Bollywood film where I have to read subtitles. Watch the film. I promise you, the 3 hours fly by. It is fantastic. It is written well, acted well, and the action is so over the top, but it's awesome. It is an awesome film, a spectacle. Truly, again, keeping it short and simple. If you haven't seen this film, please put your differences aside, sit down, watch this film, and I promise you there is life before RRR and life after RRR, and I'm very happy that I'm in the afterlife of it. Then I watched Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. So bad. It's so bad. When I heard there was less human characters in this film, I got excited because all I want to see is big monsters fight. That's all I wanted to see, and I didn't get that. The humans are honestly like really prevalent in this film, and there is nothing, no big monster fights until like the third act of the film. You get little sprinkles of big CGI monsters fighting, but Kong and Godzilla are so OP when it comes to other people that's not named, Scar King and Shimu, that it's so fast and so dumb. Like, Godzilla legit kills like 2 beasts in like 2 seconds because he's so OP. And Kong, when he fights like other gorillas and other things, he like kicks their ass so fast. And the humans are so bad. They just spill exposition over and over again. You could see Kong with a hurt arm, and the main character would say, "Oh, Kong's got a hurt arm." Yeah, I know. I'm watching that right now. It's just so boring. It was so boring, guys. I can't really talk about Godzilla x Kong because it does make me mad, because I really wanted to watch 2 big monsters fight, and I barely got that. And I got humans talking about Mothra and the Hollow Earth, and I'm like, okay, I don't care. I'm not watching this movie because of this. I was promised one thing and I didn't get it until the end, and it kind of sucked. So yeah, this movie is awful. Then I finished the month off with The Lobster, Yorgos Lanthimos' film that talks about love and loneliness, and it's cute. What I love about this film is that everyone speaks in monotone, and it's hilarious. Colin Firth does a really good job as his character. The story is interesting, although the movie does diverge from that story halfway through. The story you get halfway through is even as interesting as much as the first half of it. Good world building, good characters, good acting, good directing. I think it looks beautiful for how monotone it looks and how gray it looks. I think it does look like a really good looking film, and yeah, I liked it. And that's it. That's all I watched this month. Not as much as last month. I want to take a little bit of break with movies and enjoy my life a little bit, but I'm really excited for what I watched this month. It was a lot of interesting films, a lot of good, a lot of bad, and I really am happy to do this series because I love talking about film, and I think you guys like listening to it. So comment below what you thought, what's your favorite movie you watched this month, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodaloo.